Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and you're not able to go to work. Maybe it's a health scare, maybe it's an accident, or maybe it's just time. What happens to your business? Does it keep going without you? Or does everything that you've built come crashing down? Pause. Let that question sink in. I'm Alex Hayes, and in the next 15 minutes, I want to help you answer that question. I spent over a decade as a merchant mariner entrusted with $77 million of cargo every year and lives on the line. And I've built and sold companies from scratch. I've learned that true leadership isn't just about growth, it's about making sure your work outlives you. If you're a business owner, this message is for you. Today, I'm not going to give you a hard sell. There's no credit card pitch coming. I simply want to show you the hidden dangers most owners ignore and the roadmap to protect your life's work. At the end, if you want help, I'll invite you to a free exit readiness assessment. But the time we share together will be worth more than any pitch could. Let's start with a hard truth. According to the Exit Planning Institute, only 20 to 30% of businesses that go to market actually sell. The other 70 to 80% of owners never harvest the wealth tied up in their company. Another study found that only 40% of U.S. family-owned firms reach the second generation. About 13% make it to the third, and only 3% survive to the fourth. And when the founder dies unexpectedly, nearly half of family businesses fail. Why? It's not because their products aren't good or because they don't work hard. It's because they never planned for a future without them. They waited too long and they lost their window. Delaying exit planning has real costs. Every year you put it off, you quietly are eroding the value of your biggest asset. Timing matters. Selling out of desperation after negative cash flows or after a health crisis usually means pennies on the dollar. So ask yourself again, if you die today, would your business continue? This question isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you because there are only two ways to exit, by design or by default. You get to choose. This conversation isn't for everyone. It's for the owners who want to protect their legacy. Owners who built something from nothing and don't want it to die with them. Maybe you want to hand the company to your kids, sell to your employees, fund your retirement, or simply just step back and enjoy life. You want control rather than being controlled by the business. If you're only in it for the squeeze every dollar today and you don't care whether business lives or dies tomorrow, this isn't for you. That mindset's fine, but it's not who I can help. If you want to build a legacy, reduce conflict, and enjoy true freedom, stay with me. Raise your hand. Yes, even if you're alone, if that sounds like you, because I'm talking to you. Let me illustrate the difference between planning and not planning. Two men started a business, let's say 40 years ago. Both were scrappy entrepreneurs, both succeeded, but their stories diverged. Dad one looked ahead. He asked, what happens to my business when I'm gone? He built systems. He trained his children. He created procedures so the company could run without him. Today, his multi-eight-figure operation thrives under his kids. They enjoy financial freedom, and he enjoys his retirement. He didn't just build a business. He built a legacy. Dad two, he did the opposite. He avoided the hard conversations. He didn't build systems or prepare successors. And today, he's chained to his desk, stressed and depressed. His wife and his kids feel strained. And because he refuses to plan, his business, his life's work, is at risk of dying with him. Now, which father do you want to be? Which father sounds like you right now? Over the next few minutes, I'm going to deliver 4 things. Identify real barriers keeping successful owners from planning their exit. Show you how to align the people around you, your spouse, your family, and your advisors. I'm going to reveal why transfers and successions fail so often and map out the exact steps to create freedom for you and a legacy for your business. If I don't deliver on those, you call me out. Let's talk about it. The barriers. Number 1, the biggest barrier isn't money or timing. It's fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear of losing your identity, family conflict, fear of becoming irrelevant, fear that your successors won't be ready, fear of change. We tell ourselves I'm too busy, or I'm not ready. We overestimate how much control we have, and we underestimate how much we need to plan. Now take a minute. Which fear speaks to you? Name it. Because once you name it, you can overcome it. The second barrier is myopia. It's a clinical term for nearsightedness, or as we call it, tunnel vision. As the saying goes, we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. When you are caught up in the day to day firefighting, you avoid those successions conversations, resist that change. You fail to develop the next generation. You might deny that you ever even need an exit. This short term focus blinds you to the long term health of your business and yourself. Every excuse, I'm too busy, my son will figure it out one day, I'll think about it after tax season, all this stems from fear or tunnel vision. Identify yours and write it down. Exit planning isn't a solo activity. The first person you need alignment with is your spouse. Ask each other, what do we want life to look like after we exit? When was the last time you talked about this? Having that conversation now prevents bitterness later. Next, talk to your adult children or potential successors. Do they even want the business? Often they've seen the stress it's put on you and want no part of it. Could you design a version of the business that excites them? That's how you start to build alignment at home. You also need a board of advisors, a group of trusted professionals who work together for you. A financial advisor to invest wisely, a CPA for tax strategy, an attorney for contracts, an insurance agent to plug the coverage gaps, a valuation professional to tell you what your business is truly worth in the market, a broker or M&A professional, and a coach or exit strategist to keep the big picture in view. If you think you can do this alone, let me just gently say you're fooling yourself. The right advisors can provide clarity, objectivity, and protection. Your goal is to assemble a dream team, not just hire advisors in silos. Too often, your CPA doesn't talk to your attorney, and your attorney doesn't know your succession goals. Miscommunication kills deals. The solution is a written plan that every advisor understands. When everyone is rowing in the same direction, things move smoothly. Now take a moment. List who needs to be on your team. Who do you already have? Who's missing? Where do you need outside help? Write it down. Promise number 3. Businesses fail for one primary reason, and that's that they run out of cash. Successions fail for similar but often human reasons. Research shows that only 34% of family businesses have a robust, documented succession plan. That means 2/3 are winging it. Would you run your operations without a written process? Then why would you run your exit that way? A Gartner survey found that 81% of HR leaders cite lack of readiness as the top reason high potential candidates can't step into leadership. We see the same in small businesses. Children or managers aren't prepared to lead because the owner never gave them the chance. A study by the Williams Group tracked hundreds of wealth transfers. They found that 70% of estate transitions fail across generations. 60% of those failures are due to breakdowns in trust and communication, and 25% are due to unprepared errors. Technical errors account for just 3%. Let that sink in. The biggest reason legacies die is not taxes, it's relationships. Nearly 1/3 of family business owners never plan to retire, and about the same number say retirement is more than 11 years away. The University of Connecticut found that 47.7% of family businesses' failures occurred after the founder's death, and 29.8% after an unexpected death. In other words, refusal to step back is a leading cause of collapse. When the owners die, there's no plan and everything falls apart. Harvard Business Review notes that a lack of trust and communication are responsible for around 60% of family business failures. When roles and accountability aren't clear, nepotism creeps in, and the business becomes over-dependent on family relationships instead of performance. Without strong governance, transitions become chaotic. Can you see the pattern? It isn't the market or the economy that kills most legacies. It's a failure to plan, to communicate, and to develop the next generation. Now take 2 minutes. Write down why your business might fail to transition leadership. Which of these pitfalls applies to you? Be honest. This is where change starts. Promise number 4, the road ahead. So, how do you build a business that thrives without you? Here's the roadmap. Define your life after your exit. What do you want your life to look like? What have you put on hold? Ask your spouse the same. Get on the same page. 2, know where you're at. Get an objective valuation and assessment of your business, its strengths, weaknesses, and true value. 3, identify what's needed. Once you know your destination and your starting point, identify the gaps. Do you need to systematize your operations, train a successor, clean up financials? Number 4, assemble your team. Bring in advisors, coaches, and experts to cover every angle. Number 5, create a strategy. Document a single playbook that everyone understands. And number 6, execute with conviction. Move forward. Don't let fear or busyness stop you. Get what you want from life and business. Where do you see yourself on this roadmap? What's your first action step? Write it down. Even a small step, scheduling a conversation with your spouse or calling a valuation professional, moves you closer to freedom. We've covered a lot. We've identified the barriers of fear and tunnel vision. We've shown how alignment with your spouse, family, and advisors is critical. We've looked at why transfers fail: lack of planning, unprepared successors, poor communication, and founder reluctance to let go. And we've mapped the road ahead. Now, here's my invitation. If this resonates with you, if you want clarity on where you stand and what steps to take next, I'm offering a free exit readiness assessment. There's no cost and no obligation. We'll look at your business objectively, identify your gaps, and give you a plan. If it makes sense for us to work together after that, we could talk. If not, you'll still walk away with valuable insights. Spaces are limited because I can't sit down with everyone. This is for serious owners who genuinely want to protect their legacy. If that's you, click the link below or scan that QR code on the screen and schedule your assessment now. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, exiting will happen either by design or by default. The choice is yours.